Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Tom, all right. First one up the bat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Number 2. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Boy, you and Lalita gave great classes today. I watched some of both of them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Because it was all about Krishna and Guru and your personal experiences. Love it, man. Witness program. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Wild thing, I think I love you. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna's a wild thing. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. If they think they know him, they don't know him at all. Hare Krishna, Krishna. He's wild, man. He likes wild people. He likes the rebellious ones like Lalita. She's a rebellion. She's in rebellion. Her and her Belgian group over there, they're rebellious devotees. Going against the status quo. They don't want to be stereotyped. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. I got so many smiles in Sankirtan yesterday, just from regular people. You know, it was amazing. They were walking by and they were just like, wow, that's really, you know, it was really amazing. And then that guy, man, he was an alcoholic. He was sitting there drinking his, he had his whiskey and mixed in with his thing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare. Oh Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Nanda Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, oh my Lord. Oh. Oh my Lord, oh my wonderful Lord. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri. Oh, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda. Oh. Oh, Krishna. Oh. Nityananda. Oh, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna. Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Ah, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, amazing Krishna consciousness. I was thinking, God, these such people are so limited, man. Such limitation, like the airport trip for Lolita. So many complications. You notice how many complicated they're making things, all because of fear, problems, complications, difficult. Everything becomes difficult. You know that? You know, Krishnadas Kaviraj said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, without Lord Chaitanya, without this mercy, you know, this happiness, this feeding the Lord, everything that's easy becomes difficult. And with the Lord, everything difficult becomes easy. Yeah. And that's what the world is showing. Everything's becoming more complicated and difficult because of lack of feeling the empowerment from the transcendental Lord. I mean, that's our preaching here, you know. Even Krishna consciousness, so difficult, so many austerities, simply because of a lack of this, what we have. We have the secret ingredient. You notice? It's secret. Even though we're blabbing it all over the place, showing it, glorifying Raganuga Bhakti, spontaneous devotional service. The gift that Lord Chaitanya gave 550 years ago is being given again. Oh, don't say that, Gauri. No, we don't want to hear it. We want to do it our way. The hard way. Keeps us out on the highway. Orphans. It's so nice to be able to chant, man, and just from your own voice, man, you become ecstatic. Isn't that amazing? People have no idea what it's all really about. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Let's read a love story. Want to hear a love story? It's a love story between the best of lovers. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Yes. It's all about storytelling, you know? The gopis glorified Krishna's, the song of Krishna's flute. See, it's all about storytelling, but what kind of stories are you hearing? That's the question. What do they invoke in you? What kind of happiness do those stories give? Yeah. So here's the supreme love story that the supreme personality of all the universes loves to hear. Let's check that story out here. Shukadev Goswami said, "Thus the Vrindavan forest was filled with transparent autumnal waters and cooled by breezes perfumed with the fragrance of flowers growing in the clear lakes."
Professional mode, pop mode, host mode.
The infallible Lord, accompanied by his cowherd, and his cows and his cowherd boyfriends, entered the Vrindavan forest. The lakes, the rivers, the hills of Vrindavan resounded with the sounds of maddened bees. The lakes, the rivers, and the hills of Vrindavan resounded with the sounds of maddened bees and flocks of birds moving about the flowering trees. In the company of the cowherd boys, Balaram Madhupati Sri Krishna entered that forest. While herding the cows, he began to vibrate his flute. When the young ladies in the cowherd village of Raj heard the song of Krishna's flute, when the young ladies in the cowherd village of Raj heard the sound of Krishna's flute, which arouses the influence of Cupid, some of them privately began describing Krishna's qualities to their intimate friends. Krishna's qualities to their intimate friends. Isn't that what we do? See, these are intimate friends here. That's why it works. People run away if they're not intimate friends. The cowherd girls began to speak about Krishna, but when they remembered his activities, O king, the power of Cupid disturbed their minds, and they could not speak. The cowherd girls began to speak about Krishna, but when they remembered his activities, O king, the power of Cupid disturbed their minds, and they could not speak. Wearing a peacock feather ornament, wearing a peacock feather ornament upon his head, wearing a peacock feather. Oh, wearing a peacock feather ornament upon his head. Blue kinikari flowers on his ears. A yellow garment as brilliant as gold. A yellow garment as brilliant as gold. And the Vijayanti garment. Lord Krishna exhibited his transcendental form as the greatest of dancers. As he entered the forest of Vrindavan, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints, marks of beautifying it with the marks of it. Can you see the footprint of God? It beautifies the world. Can you see the footprint of the Lord here? And the devotees here? And they glorify the Lord. It's the footprint of God. That's a stamp of anointing, stamp of approval. The footprint of the Lord is on the hearts of the real devotees. And it's subtle. It's not like, something, you see a footprint in the ground. No, footprint of God, man. Footprint of melts the hearts of his real devotees. It's a heavy foot and light at the same time. If you brought me here to dance, let me dance, like a puppet in your hand, changing bodies, music. Nice there, Mayavati. I'm starting to like that gal. Nice to have her around. She's who she is. Yes, footprints in the sand. He entered the forest of Vrindavan, beautifying it with the marks of his footprints. He entered the forest of Vrindavan, beautifying it with his footprints. He filled the holes of his flute. He filled the holes of his flute. He filled the holes of his flute. He filled the holes. See, that's what he does with his devotees. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? You flutes out there, all you little flutes out there. Can you feel when the Lord is filling the holes? Your mouth and your eyes with the nectar of his lips. Oh, Lalita, she likes that conjugal kissing. Fill the holes of her mouth. Man, it's a beautiful song to the devotees. But raises the breasts of the Chakravaka breasts of the demons, the wives of the demons. The wives of the demons. Who are the wives of the demons? Those who obey the orders of the demons, those who don't like this kind of thing. See? That's your wife. You're a wife, man. See, your husband. See, your husband are these. Your husband are these demons. That's why people keep becoming tyrannical in the world, because they're the wives of the demons. Right now the demons are in charge, right? See, and so you become a tyrant, even though you're a nice little person, your little family and everything, but you're serving. See? You're a wife. See? We're also wives. See, we're wives of the Lord. We like his pastimes. See, he fills our holes of these orifices here with the nectar of his lips, his breath. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He filled the holes of his flute with the nectar of his lips, and the cowherd boys sang his glories. Simultaneously, one and different. That's it. See, he filled the holes of his flute, and the cowherd boys sang his glories. It is. That's very wonderfully put. It's exactly how it happens. See, that's the relationship, the intimacy between the devotee and his Lord. See? Yeah. And the cowherd boys sang his glory. See, they're the flutes. He fills their mouths with nectar. That's why you want to know the Lord. That's the parampara, man. You got to know him through them. They know the Lord. The Lord is intimate with them. Right? And that's why people have to get purified. It takes time, man. I have to hear a lot of glorification. A lot of stuff has to come out of them. it's like there's not much different than the Lord. This is when you hear the preaching of devotees. It's just like Krishna's coming out and going into the river of all those words that are spoken. They've poisoned the kata. They've poisoned the ears, the voices in the world. See, this is the demons. This is the same thing as Krishna coming out through the preaching of devotees. See? Comes out by their vibration. See, their words, their flutes, it's going out into the river, the sound vibrations, and purifying it. See? It's like Krishna jumped into the river Okay? That was poisoning people. See, the words are poisoning people. Like the words you hear, the words you hear from poisoned persons. See, you're the wives of these poisoned persons, like these Faucis. They've been poisoned. Everybody is poisoned. And you listen to them, and then you see how hard it is. Everything's hard. Everything's fear. Everything's more limited. Put your mask on. Get your shots of poison. You think poison is good for your health. Oh, everything becomes crazy and weird. Okay? So this is all because of the word, because the word is your God. And what word are you listening to? Are you dedicated wife of the words of demons? Okay? This is an opportunity here for people to be purified, to hear the voice of God from his real flutes. He fills the nectar. He fills their voices, okay, with that nectar. Do you want that nectar? That's the only way to get it. You got to drink it through them. Okay? And then you become purified. And then you will drink that nectar and others will drink it through you. There's no other way. Yeah. Who can appreciate the words of a devotee? That's very fortunate. That's why that guy that was dancing yesterday, he's more fortunate than the biggest gurus that people are worshiping here in this world. Their hearts are all hard. Their gurus, their hearts are hard, and so are their followers. And we're the proof of it. They don't pay us any mind. They don't care about what we do. Okay? That person that just spontaneously got up to dance is in a better position than them. And the world doesn't know this kind of stuff. The Lord is just looking for friends. Who likes his flutes? Who likes that song? Did you see a guy spontaneously dancing all through the whole thing? Happy. Mm. That's how the Lord saves people. Yeah. If people only knew. This is the prayer of Jesus. I don't remember that. I got to find that part again. It's so beautiful. Where Jesus saw just exactly what I'm telling you here. He saw that as I'm seeing it too. He said, Lord, it's amazing. You're giving this greatest gift into the hands or the mouths of the babes. What people would think are neophytes or outcasts or rebels. Okay? You're giving this great gift. And everybody thinks you have to be so qualified. All these gurus teaching you have to be so qualified. Talk about humbling them. That's why the Narayan Maharaj group, people that they think that pride is it. No, you got to appreciate that the Lord is really filling the holes of the devotees' flutes here. Not only this one, there are others here too. Look at them. How do you know, man? Because they're very happy beyond the world. Otherworldly happiness, where you're laughing and crying. This is spiritual, man. It's so rare on this planet now. Because God is really working through those devotees, not through the hard-hearted ones. It's the God of the world there. False, pretentious. Hey, people have to be purified by hearing from the real flutes of the Lord. It's like Vrindavan. See, Krishna, he came from Vrindavan to Mathura. He found various people there. Many of them welcomed him. See, they were all oppressed by Kamsa. Just like now, we come to the Vaidhi Bhaktis, you're all oppressed by your gurus. They ain't anything special. You think they are. It's only a thought. Mental. No. The ones who are special are those who are specially chosen to be the flutes of the Lord. Now that's special. You can see that specialness. You could see what real surrender is. They surrender to that. They like being a flute, an instrument of the Lord. Like St. Francis. My Lord, let me be an instrument of thy peace. But, to get to that peace, it starts a bit of a ruckus, you know. This, you know, the wives of the demons, their breasts. People just got to admit, you're just demon class, man. Don't you know? The Lord comes during these times. We're all in the demon class, born of demons, aren't we? I am. I don't know what's the big deal. Prahlad was born in the demon class, but he was a devotee. He had the symptoms of a devotee. You know, Bhagavatam says he'd think of the Lord, and sometimes he would laugh and cry. He'd chant the Lord's name and laugh and cry, just like people here. People don't even know the Bhagavatam. Isn't it amazing? You guys out there should be humbled in this way because you don't know the Bhagavatam. We glorify that. We glorify pure devotees and their devotional symptoms. All you do is you hate them out there, man. You hate devotees with real devotion. See? That's what's in the people's hearts. That's why I got to come up. I got to piss them off, man. I got to pop that boil, man, with the needle of truth. I got to needle them. I got to needle those gurus, man. Needle them. They need the needle, man. They need this needle, not this other needle that they think they need. They want this other needle. They want the poison needle. No, we give you the poison, the nectar of truth, which seems like poison to them. Just say you're all neophytes, man. If you don't like this, you're a neophyte, man. If you don't like this nectar, you're neophyte. You're not even Majja Madhikari. Majja means middle devotee. That means you're awakened. You have real love of God. And if you have real love of Krishna, you would love this. If you don't, you're neophyte, man. See? You just show who you are. That's how the devotee is the standard. They're the gold standard, right? Isn't it? You have to have a standard for something. What is the standard of a devotee? Austerities. This guy is the most austere. He lived in a cave, man. He follows. He's a morning. He gets up 3 o'clock in the morning, and he does this, and he does this. That's a standard. No, that ain't the standard, man. Standard is as your orifices, your mouth being filled with the nectar of Krishna's lips, man. You know, the honey. And you're tasting it, and others taste it who are devotees through you. And the others are taking their medicine by hearing it. You know, all that stuff. See, they're getting needled. And they need the needle, man. They need this needle of truth, right? They need to be needled with this. I gotta, needle them, stick it in. Poke them. Poke them all, man. Forced vaccine, mandatory. Everybody, if you want Krishna, you need the mandatory shot of Krishna consciousness, of the word, man. It's like a needle, man. Just look at Gohari's head and the others here, like the, what do they call that thing? And you're the injection site. See, all this stuff, man, is in the world is all a reflection of the deeper truth. Needles and shots and all that stuff. People, they're crazy. In the world, they're nuts. They think you need a shot of poison. No, you need a shot of truth, man. You need to be injected with truth. We just inject it in them. It's like Bill Gates says, just inject it in them. Inject the truth in them with gusto, huh? Right here, man. Facebook Live, man. Let them all hear it. O king, when the young ladies in Vraj heard the sound of Krishna's flute, which captivates the minds of all living beings, they embraced one another and began describing it. See, when the young ladies in Vraj heard the sound of Krishna's flute, okay? So that you see why this is how this works through the parampara. See, the spiritual master is the flute of Krishna, and he preaches. Didn't Jesus say the same thing? He says, he was Krishna's flute, God's flute, man. And he said, those who will be drawn here from his preaching. See? And he just went and preached the word. He didn't, not everybody, liked it or heard it, or they heard but didn't hear and everything. But those who were meant to be drawn to it were. Just like here, you see, those who the word goes out, the truth goes out. I'm not lying. Am I lying that the Krishna's flutes are here? Is this a lie or is this the truth? Or is it a lie that these guys are saying that they're Krishna's flutes? Huh? Let's get to the bottom of this issue here. Hey, man, are you really Krishna? Oh, yeah. Why? Well, because don't you see my dhoti? Don't you see my tilak? Don't you see the props? Don't you see all these ornaments? Don't you see my pride? See, like proud peacock? Peacocks are proud. Don't you see all these things? This is my bonification. Bonification. Yeah. Don't you see the real thing? That's why we have to preach the real truth, man. I just preach it as it is, man. Don't you see those who are touched by the nectar of Krishna's lips, man? And Krishna is using them to enunciate his song, true song of truth. Where the real parampara is and how to discern its symptoms. Yeah, ecstatic bliss. Wasn't Prabhupada an ecstatic devotee? Blissful? Wasn't Bhakti Siddhanta? Wasn't Bhakti Vinod? That's why they're bona fide. What about you guys? Do you have ecstatic love of God? Do you have pure love of God? People don't know what it is. Everybody's speculating. One guy yesterday said, I'm also an unalloyed, he says, I'm an unalloyed devotee, akuti or something. I said, oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. He said, I'm also a Zen Buddhist. I said, oh, that's even more interesting. Yeah, Zen is pure devotional service. I said, oh boy, that is interesting. We need to have a discussion there. People don't know. They think they know. That's the problem. Everybody thinks they know. That's why you got to hear from real devotees who give you an accurate description of Krishna's glories. And if there's some purification in you, you'll get it. And if you're a real devotee, you'll be collected. We're here to collect people. They know it. You know it. You feel it, man. Just like the devotee, the guru. I feel it, man. I'm being collected right here. Every day I show up here, man. It's collection day here. I'm here to collect Krishna and Krishna's real devotees. If you're not a real devotee, go into the Vaidhi pile over there. Go follow Jaipataka and Radhanath or something. Really, honestly. If you think that's real bhakti, go out there. You're just not a connoisseur. I'm here to collect real devotees or those who want to be real devotees. That's it. I mean, anybody can come. Radhanath can come. Any of you guys can come. If not, they're here. The Lord's using them in that material way, of course. It's all material until you come here. This is all spiritual. This is truth, man. This is the truth about ecstasy, ecstatic worship, spontaneous devotion. This is the truth about its glories and how perfect it is and how that's where you need to be if you want to be delivered. Because if you're not around devotees like that, you're not delivered. Who's that lady? She looks cool. Yeah, where is deliverance? That's just the bottom line. It's the same thing. Jesus said, whoever believes in me, see, believes in what's the me, the identity of Jesus. See, when you say me, that means ego. See? And then Eckhart Tolle doesn't know the extent of ego or none of the Mayavada. They think ego means it means no identity. You can't have any identity. You got to just obliterate your identity. That is illusion still. No, you got to obliterate the false ID. by becoming, transforming into the real identification of who you are. You're an ecstatic worshiper of God. Aren't they that way in the spiritual world? Isn't that what these books are glorifying? The gopis who cry and laugh, especially Lord Chaitanya made it even more clear who and what his devotees are. What is the problem in understanding? It's so doggone clear. Yeah, his devotees, they laugh, they cry, they choke up. Man, because of that, they have very deep understanding, deep philosophical conception of the absolute truth, bigger, better than more than any of these other guys. Any of these other wannabe gurus, wannabe acharyas, wannabe deliverers. You're just idols to me. That's all you are, is an idol. You're just idling your time and their time, just following your rules, and your Brahminical things and all that stuff, idling away your time. And yeah, it's just like your guru said, like Narayan Maharaj said, it'll be many lifetimes before you get the prema that's being given here. All because you follow that path that you think austerities are going to get you that you're still trying to attain Krishna that we've already got. We already got Krishna. I just opened my mouth. There he is. Radha and Krishna there. Lalita opens her mouth. Look at River now. She opens her mouth. She just talks. That was interesting. I was watching her class. She's just talking naturally, and Krishna's right there. Krishna likes what she says. He's got a nice, unique style of preaching. This is what everybody will get. Everybody here, when you start advancing to the spiritual platform, you just get a unique style of preaching. Krishna just likes everything you kind of say, man. He just makes you ecstatic. He likes having conversation with you. You like having conversation with him and about him. He likes having conversation about you, even. You talk about your experience. The Lord enjoys that, and people enjoy it too that are looking for the real path, because your experiences are important. Yeah. Yeah, idols, battle. I mean, whatever gets you here is deliverance. I mean, honest to God, I put the hand on my heart. Let me be struck down by lightning or die immediately if I'm lying to you. But deliverance is actually here. People are actually delivered here into the spiritual world. They get the feelings of spiritual beings awakened in them. As a man, what man has, they're one of the Bhagavatam and Gita teaches we're one of the fewest species of all species made by God. The fewest. But we have the capacity to understand the divine. We have the equipment here. All these chakra systems and everything is so that we can be aligned with the parampara, to be lit up like a Christmas tree. When you meet the real spiritual master, either in this life or a previous one, when you meet the real truth, man, even in the book, if you got it before, you light up like a Christmas tree, man. Just waiting for this. That's why here most people are, hey, you're going to do that preliminary work of purification so you can light up like a Christmas tree here. Okay? And then when you're in touch with real devotees or real devotional service or real devotional books written by real devotees, like it was for me, as soon as I got the Bible written by real devotees, even the Bible, man, is what all its editing stuff, and it's still because it was about a real devotee of God, very intimate devotee, Jesus Christ, by real intimate, written, glorified by real devotees like Saint John, who were just fishermen, and because they were in the right place at the right time and accepted the right personality that came before them, they became saints, even as fishermen and tax collectors and whatever they were, scumbags. They changed of hearts. That's why, everybody has the opportunity. You have the opportunity. You want to be hard-hearted? You want to be an illusion? You want to think you're big gurus and big followers of gurus? who have no pure devotion and that take away people's bhakti and say that is devotional service, all that crazy, insane stuff. This is the only sane thing I've seen run across. Everybody's trying to be something instead of just being something. How about just being a devotee? See, that's what you get here. You become a devotee. You get purified, and then you're in your real position, eternal position as a devotee of the Lord. And when you speak, you become ecstatic and blissful and truthful, and you awaken other devotees, or those who want to be devotees, who yearn for what you've got. Okay? That's what you get here. They don't yearn for it. They don't even care. You don't shows you. I never been. Oh, you don't care about this. This is the only thing I care about, man. This is the only substance in the world. Is this ecstatic bhakti, man? This glorifying the Lord in truth and these revelations about who God is. These intimate dealings. That's the only real thing in this world. I don't even care about this Brahman. Oh, you're not your story. You're not your body. Just obliterate your identity. What a terrible thing. I don't like illusions, man. Or Krishna consciousness is how well you can follow the rules and regulations perfectly. I don't like that now. No. No, no. Krishna consciousness is, hey, can you simply take the association of real devotees who have real bhakti, who are the real flutes of Krishna? Can you accept their association and the gift of love of God that they come to bring? Okay? That's attractive to me. Yeah. O king, when the young ladies heard the sound of Krishna's flute, which captivates the minds of all living beings, they embraced him. They embraced one another and began describing it. The cowherd girl said, "Oh, friends, those eyes that see the beautiful faces of the sons of Maharaj Nanda are certainly fortunate. Hey, see the faces." This is why Lord Chaitanya said, boy, am I fortunate to see the faces of ecstatic devotees. See, you got to meet the real flutes. When Lord Chaitanya saw Nityananda in ecstasy, he says, oh, how fortunate I am. Krishna is so kind to me that I can see the face of a devotee in ecstatic love of God. See their face. Now I've seen reality. Otherwise, you haven't seen reality yet. That's real, man. That's completion. You found what is complete in this world of incompleteness. Everybody is in these Vaidis. You're incomplete. You're trying to be complete yourself with Krishna. Okay? You haven't quite found the way yet. See, completion starts with facing the parampara, facing the complete devotee who's complete in God, in Krishna, in His Word, is His Word. See, in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. That's that intimate devotee, my friends. That gives life. What do you think why devotees get ecstatic? That's the Word of God coming through them. They're the real floats. What's so hard to understand about this? That's why there it shows their Lord, hey man, this is my authorized flute. Look how ecstatic they are. Look how what truth comes from their mouths, man. Accuracy. Accurate understanding of the absolute truth of these pastimes, what they really mean. Got a little conversation going. Yeah, it's good. No, no, no.
No, there is no conversation. I'm glorifying you and this spot. That's all. If somebody is responding but feels attacked or something, I don't know. But I'm just glorifying you and this spot. I was
Yeah.
not. There was no conversation.
I know you just got to get used to being misunderstood, Lolita. That comes with the territory.
There's somebody who's always thinking that I'm talking to her, but I wouldn't.
I know.
I'm glorifying this spot. That's all. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. They think everybody thinks it's about them, you know.
Everybody thinks it's about them.
And in the way it is, but not quite the way they think. But anyway, it's all right. It's just part of it. It's part of the purification. Okay.
Thanks for using.
All right. My dear gopis, what auspicious activities must the flute have performed to enjoy the nectar of Krishna's lips? There it is. That's the essence, man. What, that don't you think the same thing? How fortunate you live Krishna's lips. See, that nectar causes the ecstasy. See, what pious activities minds of devotees done to taste the nectar of Krishna's lips. See, that nectar is that ecstatic emotion. Isn't that the nectar? Isn't that the pleasure? Isn't Radharani called the pleasure potency, devotion? Mm. What austerities must have been done? Well, actually, what austerities? That's not going to cut it. It's what association have you got? Yeah. What association have you got so that you can taste the nectar of Krishna's lips? By association that we get this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What auspicious activities must the auspicious activities? Yeah. Are we still broadcasting? Or is it working? Starting a little funny here.
Here it's still okay. You check on Facebook.
So, what is that auspicious activity that needs to be performed? Yeah, the auspicious activity that needs to be performed is the.
Now you're gone. Now you're gone. We don't hear you anymore now.
Turn that. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this here. Here we go. I'm fixing it. Just take a minute here.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Okay, I think we're back. Huh?
Krishna.
We're back? Yes? Oh, I need to do this here. Okay, I think we did it now. We're back, huh? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So what activity must the flute have performed to taste the nectar of Krishna's lip. This is such an important sentence. See? Well, let me tell you what that was, because that needs to be explained. The auspicious activity is simply by associating with those who are the flutes of Krishna. That's simple. You get purified being close to those who can taste this nectar. There, that's the qualification. That's why you come here, you get some bone understanding. That's the highest truth is really here. I'm not going through all the 9 cantos for you to get to that. Even when I explain or talk about these other 9 cantos, it's from the ecstatic point of view of summum bonum. See, what auspicious activity? Well, let me tell you, it's such a no-brainer now, and nobody knows. Simply by associating with the devotees who taste this nectar, see? Then you'll be able to be a flute like that and taste that nectar too, which it's all about that. The Lord wants more friends. He wants more intimate friends. This is what his mission was all about 550 years ago. And it's the same mission now. He wants more intimacy with you all. Everybody here. And you will want it too, because it's so fantastic, right, Lalita? Isn't it wonderful? Intimacy with God is where it's at. It's the most attractive thing in the world. It's the most highly misunderstood. Also, it's because it's God's closest secret, his biggest secret he keeps, with all these flaming swords and crocodiles of various theories around, ready to bite you and take you off of this path. That's why you see the purpose of Guru. They're jungle gym, they had to go to jungle gym to get through the jungle to find that palace of gold. You ever see these guys, safari guys? They got the hat on and everything. They know where to go. They know, hey, man, you want to not be attacked by those rhinoceroses and lions and tigers and all that stuff, you better come with me. I know the way. The guru is Jungle Jim. That's it. They're the safari leader, the bhakti coach. I wouldn't say, it's not like I want to be, the big cheese and all. I just want to get people in there so they can taste this nectar. Can't you see that? Can't you see those who are getting in there, tasting this wonderful nectar? Of becoming Krishna's flutes, he's filling them with that nectar. Now, you come here, you learn what that nectar is all about. You think Acharya Dev can teach you these things? These intimate things, these intimate secrets? But to his credit, you wrote, thank you for translating that Bhagavatam. You come here, you'll understand it. We're here to teach you. You, with the big title out there. Hey, you with the big title out there. Can you hear me? No, I'm playing piano. Go away. I'm busy with my activities. This is the world, actually. It's the same thing. Lord Chaitanya kept trying to get people's attention, man, because they're busy with their activities. They're so-called important activities. The most important activities in that verse I just read, man. What pious activity have you done to taste the nectar of Krishna's lips, to be that flute? That's the most important question you should be asking, but nobody asks. So I'll just ask the question and give you the answer. Okay? Is to associate with these devotees who are tasting this nectar. What you see here is God. What you see here is God's power, man. His bhakti is his power, and that power is here. It's coming through the mouths of the devotees here, many of them. It's the Lord's power, and I ain't ashamed to glorify Radha and Radharani, especially. And it's by her power that we can understand Krishna's real philosophy and real truths. Indiana Jones. There you go there. Thank you there, Johan. You need an Indiana Jones, man, from Indiana. Not Mr. any Mr. Jones. And Indiana, you got to be from Indiana, man. Read it and weep and hear it and laugh. That's what it's all about. Man. Formed to enjoy the nectar of Krishna's lips independently and leaving only a taste for us gopis. Do you see how that is? You know, you see a devotee relishing the nectar, you think, wow, man, we get a bit of a taste, but boy, what is that person tasting? That intimacy. That's why you see the devotees, they start to get the intelligent ones start to think, hey, man, let me get up and give class now, right? You know, there's special taste in talking about Krishna and glorifying him. And you're that flute, man. And those verses all about you, man. You will become 10th canto personified. Isn't it fantastic? Lalita is 10th canto personified. Johann is 10th canto personified. See, River, 10th canto. Anybody becoming ecstatic like that. Those you need to be around sincere devotees like that. They're real devotees. They know the real path, man. They're Indiana Jones incarnation. They're the witnesses. Crocodile Dundee. That's right. You need a crocodile who wrestles crocodile. Don't I? I love wrestling crocodile. I'm a crocodile. I don't kill them either. I just wrestle them and put them on their belly. I'm weeping. No problem with me. I hug trees and people. They are all inside. I have to go pick up my kid from the bus. So I'll lose Freenet. Okay, no problem, man. Thank you for coming there, Mayavati. I like your style. What did happen? I lost my place. Hare Krishna. So the forefathers of the flute, the bamboo trees, shed tears of pleasure. His mother, the river, on whose bank the bamboo was born, feels jubilation, and therefore her blooming lotus flowers are standing like hair on the body. Have you heard? This is why I say you become a devotee like this, you just automatically liberate your mother and father and forefathers. This is where it's all that you're the fruit of their line. You're the fruit, man. Everything they did was to produce the fruit that you are now. This as an ecstatic devotee. That's why you liberate the whole line, all the way your line, all the way through. It may take them a while to get it, but still, that's the way it works here. Something happened here. Let's try do like this here. Okay. There we go. Okay, I got two things going. This is actually pretty good. I got two windows going. I didn't know how I did it, but I did it. Okay. His mother, the river, was made. Yeah, okay, read that. Okay. Oh, friend, Vrindavan is spreading the glory of the earth. Having obtained the treasure of the lotus feet of Krishna, the son of Devaki, the peacocks dance madly when they hear Govinda's flute. And when the other creatures see them from the hilltops, they all become stunned. The glory of the earth. You know, the glory of the earth is a devotee manifesting here in this world. Just like when Lord Chaitanya was here. Everybody, all the demigods, all of a sudden left their places in the demigod place to come in here and see the devotees. You think it's any different now? You can see how that is because you can see how few people understand what we are doing here. They just don't have the intelligence. It hasn't been given to them. But I guarantee you the demigods have that intelligence and they are watching this. They are noticing this. What is the difference? You don't think they were watching Jesus Christ? Look at the message coming here. What do you think about this message? This is an extension of his work. This is a satellite university of Lord Chaitanya. See, he's revolving around him, man, in an ecstatic level too. With that level of vibration, you don't think the demigods are here watching these things? You know, the Lord is inspiring these talks and these revelations and realizations and this ecstasy. Who wouldn't be here? Well, only the gurus, because they don't care about this. What are you following them for when this is such truth and such reality? What are you following these guys for? Where the heck are they going to get you? They can't even see that God is here working in our Sangha and Radha is here working in our. Therefore, what's it? Now, when this is here, okay, if this is not here, then go ahead. You know, that's the best you can do. A blind uncle is better than no uncle. But hey, man, this uncle ain't blind. We're here to make you guys say uncle. And so the white flag, man, hey, deliver people. We're to deliver those who are blocking the kingdom of God from their disciples now by giving them misinformation. By censorship, what the world does. Isn't that what they're doing there, Lily? Like the world, they want us real information that's going to benefit people. It's going to heal them. Hey, man, it's time going to remove censorship here. Hey, and even Mark Zuckerberg is behind our program. He facilitates our program, doesn't he? Lalita, he's on our side. Bill Gates too, man. He's on our side. They're just saying to scare you with the needle, man. Be over here so you can get rid of that fear, man. We all working together, man. We're all part of the team. And these dry gurus also, they're on the team also, believe it or not. They just show you the difference, man. I mean, we need them. I need my gurus, man. I need to show and demonstrate and preach and glorify the highest truth and distinguish it from the dry gurus, man, and dry philosophy and dry rituals. Oh, I need all of those things. Thank you very much for being here and for your service. You know, otherwise, how can we preach the Bhagavatam, Lalita? The highest truth which we have, and we need the illusion to distinguish it out so people can say, oh, we've been going the wrong way, or the right way is appearing before us. Wow, this person's revealing the real Radharani and the real Lord Chaitanya and the real Krishna philosophy. See? Here to be the experienced crocodile Dundee. Yeah, we wrestle the crocodiles of illusion. We show the furthest extent where the illusion is. You know, so that otherwise, hey man, if I don't lend my eyes, how is anybody going to see? Unless you become an ecstatic devotee, you cannot see things as they are. You will not see. You will not see these gurus who haven't attained Krishna. I mean, it's right there. You can't even see in the books where it's telling you. You know, that if you don't have love of Krishna, love of God, you are not a representative of the Gaudiya Vaishnava line on the level of delivering your disciples. Or to insinuate that you are is a lie. And I don't like lies. Do you like lies, Sarah? River, do you like liars? Do you lying to you? They can take you to Vrindavan and they can't. Now that is a big fib, man. Ooh, are you fibbing, man? So we're just you want to make real gurus here. I want, why should we have falsity in this world? The Lord's taken over, man. He's taken over. It's truth now. It's all about truth now. We don't need lies. Let's teach the glories of what Jesus said. It's the truth that'll set you free, and you'll live on the truth, man. You'll live on this truth of this ecstatic nectar, man. Absolute truth. Hey, worship of spirit and truth. Isn't this what it's all about here? Don't we do the deed? Isn't this the deed here? Spirit and truth. Isn't that what Jesus said? We do. Isn't that what Lord Chaitanya said? We do. That's the deed, man. You know, are you qualified? Are you following all the rules and the regulations? And are you this dry stick out there? You know, like nice monkey going around or the rat going around the treadmill, man, and think that's what Krishna consciousness is all about, man? No, are you a preacher like Prabodhananda Saraswati Thakur and say, hey, man, these useless paths, man, this useless blind adherence to the rules and regulations of the Vedas, man, that's the preaching now. Well, Prabhupada didn't say, yeah, you're right, you weren't ready, but some maybe. We want here to free anybody we can, any opportunity. I'm going to free them, man. If anybody has ears, they'll hear this message and come out of that. You know, Jesus said, I have sheep in many different folds. I say the same thing. The real devotees of Krishna, he has sheep. Radha and Krishna have sheep in many different folds, in ISKCON, in Gaudiya in Gaudiya Math, in the world. Look, man, he was a drunk on the street yesterday. Called him out, man. Started dancing for the Lord. You don't think that guy's going back to Godhead? He just spontaneously just kept on dancing. Sat down for a minute, got some energy, came dancing again. And people were watching, they think, this was a marvel to see a guy like that dance. They were like, wow, smiling. Man, Krishna consciousness, you see life in there. I have life. Didn't Jesus say, I have life, I can give it to you abundantly. This is life for the Vaishnavas, man. This is life in the disciplic line. The devotees add life to it. What do you think? Lord Chaitanya added life to a dead disciplic line. Bhakti Vinod began to add life to a dead line. They couldn't even receive all the life. It's so... that's why, we'll give them the life up to the rules or regulations. We'll start it again. Again, to dry them out a little bit. They're intoxicated by the world. And then they want to mix their intoxication of worldly, like being a big leader in Krishna God. They don't know a big leader is a big follower, man. You want to be a big leader here? Be a big follower. You know, be into this, man. Be into following the real process. You're a big follower of the process. And automatically you're a big leader. You know? People have it all wrong. No, they want to be a big leader, and then they get all these false followers because they're false leaders. That's blind leading the blind. You're going to take the blindness away, man. Be a big follower. Hey, man, what pious activity have you done to taste the nectar of the flute? You got to, to do that. You just be around ecstatic devotees who are tasting this nectar. It's pretty simple, man. If you can't do that, you're dumb, man. You're not very smart. I don't care how big a title you got. You don't like preaching this truth either, and your followers don't like it? Well, too bad, man. It's the truth. You want to be the eyes of the true Lord. You got to come before the real devotees and set your eyes on them and say all glories to the ecstatic devotees. Until you do that, you're not purified. You're here. You're going to be stuck in this prison house of the material world. You got to glorify and appreciate the ecstatic devotee here, because they're the world. They're your connection out of this. They're the warden in this. You don't get out except by saying all glories to the ecstatic devotees of the Lord. Oh, wow, this person is showing me what I've been reading about in these books and couldn't understand. Isn't that why isn't that what he said? Right? 25 years, I didn't understand, couldn't even chant right. You know? His guru is showing him the glories of what he's been studying, looking at. Until you can do like he did, now that's being a big follower or a big leader is you fight the real path and look at the result. The fruit of that is ecstatic devotion like his guru, right? The real path. That's what we do. Sadhu Sant, get it clear so that even really beginners. To me, you gurus are like beginners, man. Many of your followers will be delivered before you. Simply because you don't listen. You don't come to the real devotees who have the real ecstatic worship of Krishna and prove it every day. You give a class, you show that you're better here than the potency here. You give a class 365 days a year, multiple times a day, talking and glorifying the truth, showing that Radha is pumping through your heart into the world. You show it, but they can't. Look how hardened the criminals are here. Hard hearts. The ecstatic devotion doesn't soften it, and neither does the hammer of truth. That's pretty hard, isn't it? And we are still going to hammer away, both ways. Ecstatic devotion and the hammer of truth. And I know it's going to win. Eventually it'll crack. I was watching a movie, and there is a barrier, man. The guy was really strong, and it was keeping out these demons. And this is the thing. God is being kept out by this barrier, man. And the guy was strong. He just kept beating on that barrier till it came down. And that's the same thing here, man. I'm going to keep beating on this barrier here. This barrier of the lie, of the illusion, and bust it so that the divinity can come through into this world and save it. See, they have the shadow is this thing. There's a barrier that keeps these demons from coming in, but it's the opposite. There's a barrier keeping God from coming through, and this is this Maya. You just got to beat on it in different ways. You beat on it in ecstatic devotion. See, hard as a thunderbolt sometimes and soft as a flower. You just keep relentlessly, and after a while, it just cracks. That's what the Lord did. Same thing. Jesus did the same thing. And we do. We're following in those footsteps. But not just anybody can do this. You have to have real empowerment from the Lord. You got to be a real transcendental fool, man. See, all this is in 10th canto. My friend, Vrindavan is spreading the glory of the earth, having obtained the treasure of the lotus feet of Krishna. See, the earth becomes glorious because of the ornament of the devotee. And see, God so loved the world that he sent his beloved son, his only begotten son. See, and it's always that. It's always an only begotten son. Are you one of those only begotten sons? Because only he can beget you. He begets you through the word, those who receive the word of God coming through those who are the intimates of the Lord. See? And then you spread the glory of the earth here. See, the earth becomes glorious simply because you're here and the Lord is using you, to spread his glories on the earth. That's why the devotees, otherwise you don't know the real glory. What, you think the real glories is Varnashram Dharma? That's a big preliminary. That's a beginning thing of organizing people into the different classifications according to goodness. No, but God's glory is who he is, especially on the level of Vrindavan, which he came to give. That revelation, that realization. Who's spreading that glory of Vrindavan? Who's not just a talker, man? Who's not just well, look, I've got all the external signs and I'll pretend I represent Vrindavan. But who's spreading that Vrindavan, man? Who's that fragrance of worship of Krishna? Those truths, man, that ecstasy. Where is that fragrance? Where's that smell? Otherwise, what are you smelling, man? You're smelling just the world and worldly things and worldly vibrations. Not truth. You don't have the smell of truth. The scent of truth of Vrindavan. Only the devotees spread that glory, that scent in this world. Even Paul knew it. He says, unless we preach, that's how you distribute this scent. You're smelling it yourself and others smell it too. It's like a skunk, a transcendental skunk, a skunk, and he smells it and you smell it too. But yet you don't want to smell it. That's these skunks in the world, man. A lot of skunkiness going on here. They exude this skunk smell, man, and people smell it and become poisoned. And the skunk says, "Wait, man, that's just my nature. I am here to poison. I have poison. I'm used to it. I get used to it too. You just keep smelling this shit, man. This skunk. After a while, you'll get used to it." And that's what that's called conditioning. Isn't that what they do? They put you in school and they make you a communist by every day. Your teacher and teach you bad habits and bad philosophy and condition. After a while, you like your torturers. That's what's going on here. Even all the way up into religion, you're roughed up, man, by your gurus, and you're being less intelligent because they're less intelligent. They're teaching you how to become a nice hypocrite. Yeah, after a while, you'll also, I want to also become guru. Instead of, I also want to become an ecstatic devotee. Why doesn't anybody have that? Because they have gurus who don't have that. You only have that because you're with an ecstatic. I don't want to be an ecstatic. It's already here, man. And you're thinking, yeah, I want to be that. Therefore, you're here. Otherwise, you'll be with Jaipataka and you'll be wanting to be a big guru someday, which you'll never get. They won't let you. You're not part of the club. You got to kiss ass a lot and you got to do what these things that they require you and very hard work and everything. And maybe they'll make you sannyas. Maybe. You got to be part of that club and it's all mundane, man. Here, you also got to be part of the club, but it's spiritual, man. Here, it's open to everybody. Isn't it nice? Open to everybody. Equal opportunity, truly. Anybody can do this. You just got to get through your shit, man. You get through these, like Karuna. He could be like this, but inside he knows. Somehow part of me doesn't believe in him. And I, don't lie. I'm jealous and I'm all, yeah, but you could also be like this. But it takes a while because that's in you, man. You've been conditioned by bullshit, man, and bullshitters and gurus who are wannabes. You follow pedophile gurus, man, who's still out there doing their trips. They're hardened criminals. So it takes a while for you to get purified and others like that. Or anybody following gurus who are mundane and they think they're going to deliver them. If you think that, man, you're in illusion, man. You're not in truth. You got to be in truth, man. The real guru is in truth and they get you purified to also be in truth. When you're in their opinion, I don't think my opinion is wrong. Is it wrong? What, to be in the truth, to be set free? And others saying, no, I can be in my guru and also listen to you. I can be in my guru and his truths and be in you. Well, there you go. You're like this. You're like this and you wonder why. Or maybe you think like them too. Well, I'm an ecstatic devotee. Oh yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I know. That's like that because you think you split. Your feet are in two boats, man. Okay? That's not That's not this level of Krishna consciousness. No. Everybody was in the opinion of the Lord. And we test it, man. If you could test this. You could say, Gaur, are you in the opinion of Chaitanya Charitamrita? You can look at the verses and see. You could call me out if you want to. You can call me out. I call these guys out. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, man. You call me out. If I'm wrong about any of these verses, you show me where I am, and I'll submit. But will they? No. They're wrong about everything practically, but they won't even submit because their whole illusion will crack. Their flimsy house of cards is going to crack. Hey man, you guys out there, you gurus, I'm just giving you the opportunity now so you don't have to die. At least you got the opportunity. See, no blood on my hands. See, I'm not going to just let you guys and let your followers go into oblivion without trying to do something. Trying to get through like this, like we're doing here, to somebody. Just like St. Paul, he said, no blood on my hands. See, no blood on my hands. No, I did what I could do while I'm here. Because when I'm not here, and this potency is not here, pumping through somebody, darkness is here in this world. It's always been like, always will. Jesus even said, all devotees say the same. While they're in this world, there's light in this world because real bhakti is in them and going out into the world and liberating whoever's liberated, who's ever, ready to be liberated. Psychopump. Continues. Yeah, titles. See, going after the wrong things, going after the diddly squat. Seek the kingdom of God and all else will be added. That's the motto here. You notice? I love this. I love the teachings of Jesus. See? I never gave them up. The only time I had to get it right, understand how they fit together. Seek the kingdom of God. Yeah, what is that? People need to ask, well, what is the kingdom? Where is it? Well, it's within and at hand. Well, what does that mean? It means to chant the holy names with great ecstatic relish. And Krishna is giving you the nectar of himself and playing you as a flute, and you're enjoying it. He's enjoying it. That's the intimate relationship he's looking for in 2021 with people. And 2022. See, that's the kingdom of God explained. See, you get that and everything else is added. Oh, you'll be a guru. Oh yeah, look at this. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be guru. I was just tasting the nectar. I thought life was all about just tasting the nectar. I was totally happy with that. And then some lady pops off the train and he says, my guru kicked me around. Will you, what is it? Just Krishna tricked me into this position. I didn't even, I took her. She's after her guru. He says, I got envious and everything because she got ecstatic devotion. I still didn't want it. I took her to all these different gurus. I showed her Narayan Maharaj. I showed her this. He said, no. I was kind of like that guy in the fish, didn't want to obey God's word. I want you. No, I'll take you to all these other. I took her to Radhanath. Took her to Vrindavan. How about Radhanath? No. How about Narayan Maharaj at that time? No. Okay. But these other guys, they all want to be. It's a wannabe thing. Otherwise, why would you want to do that? Or they'd say, well, I really don't want to do this job. But somebody, I have to do it on behalf of Prabhupada. But they're enjoying it, enjoying all the, oh, Gurudev, oh, please do it. Come on. Be honest. Because the bottom line is, if you can't taste this nectar, you're going to taste that. And that's poison. And then if you're tasting that, you won't like this. You won't come here. You'll think that's threatening. You won't even think like you'd think, oh, he's a threat. Better get rid of him. Yeah. Being afraid, the false identification. People have identified with this false self so long. See? And they don't know. Even I did, even at the point of ecstasy, it takes a while to get comfortable with this because it's like a foreign land that you don't know. But the thing is, the more you get into it, the more natural it is. You realize, God, these are my roots. This is where I come from. This is being real. Oh, this is the reality I was looking for. It's so natural and so real. I mean, this would blew my mind. It's so natural, to be in the Lord's mind and be happy, in His Word and be happy, be in His name and be really, truly happy, be in God and Him being in me. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Not to be in the Lord and Him not being in you. That is why everybody is looking for the Lord in all the wrong places out there. Oh, that woman, in that man. I'll be happy if I can get him or her or wealthy. I may become a millionaire. You're looking for that. You're looking for that Lord that the devotee is found in this way. See, you become whole in God. Everything in not just in your mind, God, in the transcendental Lord, God. His transcendental potency. You're in Him and He's in you. And you just go like this all day long. That's called pure devotional service. It's lovely. It's beautiful. It's perfect. You transcend the illusion forever. I'd say I'm not coming back anymore to this world, but I like to come back. I love this. I like this kind of alone or with Lord Chaitanya. It doesn't matter. I like this. I like this program. If I come here alone, I'm not ever alone. Just like G. Didn't he say? He says, "Oh, you all left me. I'm never alone. I'm God always with me." You become like that. How would you like to have a relationship like that? Huh? Never alone, man. The Lord's always comes and you just call him. There he is. Wherever this is like he told Mother Sachi. He told Jagadananda, go and tell Mother Sachi whenever she thinks of me, I'm there. She's that much of a devotee. See? So we're here to train people. Well, not train you like a dog. Get you to the point, purification wise. That's like that. You call the Lord like Lalita now. There he is. There she is. Radha and Krishna. There they are. Lovely devotion. Lovely devotee, man. So beautiful, man. That Balaram, he's one lucky stiff. I mean that literally. He's a bit stiff, He'll melt after a while. Stiff bitey. Yeah, slap him around. Keep plugging away. You'll crack that ice there. Are you in Turkey now? Is that Turkey? I thought you went to the airport.
No, I went to the airport for the test.
Oh,
here no Sunday. No, I need to leave on Friday in Brussels. Take the airport there. No, I'm still on the coast now.
And it was all that problem just to get the friggin' test, huh?
Test, and I need
Nobody
to fill
knows.
in papers.
Everybody's confused, isn't it? Nobody knows the right thing. They're all on confusion. This is because people are so cut off because of the demoniac energy is really in force. So it's cutting everybody off, even the workers. Everybody's confused, more confused, chaotic and everything. So, hey, man, we have a wonderful message. Come here, get clear, man. Become happy. Even in the midst of all this problem, this is a great opportunity to share with people. Prahlad, look, if you read that book, you'll see it's just like here. Prahlad was just going around, amongst all the demons, his father was creating all these problems. Just lighting fires, just like they're doing now. Same thing. They're lighting fires, burning up forests. You think it's nature doing this? No, it's these demons. That's what it's a repeat of what always happens when the Lord destroys things. He burns up the forest, and just creates havoc. all because people are disconnected. And then he has his examples. They're all there tootling around in the illusion, happy as can be. Whether they're put in jail or it doesn't matter, because they're with the Lord. Even look at Gopinath Patanaika. He was sitting there chanting Hare Krishna, and he was ready to be thrown on swords. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And the Lord saved him even physically. So that's the Lord's just saying, hey man, come on, become intimate associate of mine by being around my intimate associates. It's that simple. Automatically you go through purification. You go through what you can't do by the most difficult sadhanas. It's just because you're in the vibration of God. God's vibration is given through his real flutes in this world. Otherwise, it's all dark. It's very dark here. Yeah. You come here in Sadhu Sangha, you see the illusion just goes. All your unhappiness will go. Because why? We're in the truth, and the truth is in us. What more do you want? What more could you want? What more could you not see? The forefathers of the flute, the bamboo trees, shed tears of pleasure. His mother, the river on whose bank the bamboo was born, feels jubilation, and therefore her blooming lotus flowers are standing like hair on her body. So anyway, this is, you see, devotees bloom when in touch with the spiritual potency. Do you see the bloomers here? Do you see the baby bloomers? Not the baby boomers. If you're still a baby boomer, that's not it. You got to be a baby bloomer. We have bloomers here, see, because they're being touched by the nectar of Krishna's lotus feet. Okay? And you bloom, see, naturally, because you're devotees. You've been through either in this life or another life the purification. You like to hear these blooming topics. You become the bloomers of Krishna. Isn't that funny, that word, bloomers? You know what bloomers means? It's, I think, an American slang term. It means the underwear. Bloomers, they call that. I think they do it. Is that right, Janaki? Bloomers, is that the underwear? And that's the way it is. See, underwear, you're very close to the privates. See, the privates of Krishna are not nasty. They're completely pure. The privates are his highest ecstasy, like, from the sex, like in the material world, the highest happiness is sex, and the love that comes, you love, another human being. But this also, when it's reposed on God, it's even more perfect and more beautiful and more, there's no fault, and it's completely pure and purifying. That's why the Lord, people think you shouldn't be showing these things and this ecstasy and all this. This is too private, right? But the Lord didn't have that realization. The Lord thought, let me show this because this will purify the world. He had that realization. I just picked up on it. I just saw when I read this that the Lord was going out and showing this ecstasy and making devotees. I thought, hey, he's delivering people. Why should I be holding back? Does that make any sense? Lord delivered people by showing this ecstatic worship. And people decided they also wanted to become like that. Otherwise, they would not have seen it. And they're just looking at all the role models out there. How many ecstatic devotee role models have you seen out there? Huh? All we see are what? People inviting, let me show you the role model. This is what devotional service is all about. You do it like this. The external flame, everything's external water in the conch, see, external ritual. You see, all the flowers, all of that stuff. I jump up and down, in my mind, because my mind says jump up and down. And devotees are supposed to be this, and the devotee is supposed to be that. I'm a supposed to be devotee. I'm supposed to be like this because I thought my guru told me that I'm supposed to be like that. You're supposed to do this, supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do it like this. See? I can't even say you're supposed to be an ecstatic devotee because that's your choice. I'm just here to encourage people. Hey man, it's great. It's just, when you're wealthy and you just got so much wealth, you just want to throw it around, it's just nice to make others wealthy. They're sitting there poor. When I look at these gurus, I look at you, I'm sorry, man. The truth is you look poor to me. You look like you're without any real wealth. You think real wealth is having followers? No, that's wealth for Krishna. You guys are the wealth of Krishna, You're independent. I get wealth from you. You're independent in the Lord now. I don't have to tell you what to do. Did I tell Lalita what to do? If she tells me what to do, I'll have to do it, because she's stronger than me. Bhakti's more strong. Yeah. Hey, this is the kind of stuff going on in this Sunday here, man. Very confidential. Supposed to be real and spontaneous. But the Lord says, well, it's your choice. Do you want to be real and spontaneous or not? You don't have to. Go follow Jaipataka or Radhanath if you want to be more formal and more formalized and crystallized. See? Yeah, more in the form, like just doing the form. Yeah, those are the preliminaries. If you want the ecstasy, well, that's what this is about. Ecstatic. I mean, see, we got to show it. See, maybe some takers out there, maybe some people like this. Maybe they can relate to it. Maybe this is what their heart has been yearning for, and they're not getting being in that association. Somebody's got to have the role model, right? Yeah. Hare Krishna. All right. So, let's see. Lalita, read us something from Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Just a second. I packed it already.
You did? Oh, okay.
No, I will take him. I will take him.
Oh, smart lady. She's taking Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Yeah, it's Balaram's book.
He won't read it. He don't understand it. Not yet. Give him the Srimad Bhagavatam.
What, Guru Maharaj?
How about chapter 10 in Madhya Lila?
The great revelation of Mahaprabhu. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Oh, glories to you. Thank you for installing this miracle path. Well, for continuing it. For accepting this order, for this revival, for these daily miracles that we are experiencing. Thank you so much. Oh, glories to you for being the real guru who deserves that name, who deserves the name Bhaktivedanta. Because your Vedanta came out of your bhakti very clearly. And this is what you're giving us. This is what we experience now. And I read it. There was a devotee who said it on the timeline of Corona, that Srila Prabhupada wanted all his devotees to become Bhaktivedanta. But you need to be a devotee first. You need to be, you need to have the seed first, because before you can get purified, and before your bhakti can be strong enough that there is some Vedanta.
Yeah, you know, people, they think that to be a Bhakti Vedanta, when Prabhupada said that, so they think, oh, okay, let me go put the dhoti on. Let me go get the rituals. Let me put the banana in the fire. Let me take the ritual, and then I'm Bhakti Vedanta.
Yeah.
See, they don't understand that. No, Bhakti means you have to have you have to follow the Raganuga Bhakti with Raganuga devotees who have raga. See, raga. See, raga means bhakti, devotion. You have to follow them, get purified. See, and then bhakti awakens in you. And then you start to understand Vedanta properly. See, this is the confidential path. Otherwise, you're thinking externally, and that's what we got. External devotional service. But it's external. It's outside. There's no depth to it. It's not exactly real. It's the shadow of it. It's a shadow. It's like a shadow cast. Why would you want to be in a shadow when you can be in the light? Just everything was being said here is being said by the Lord's potency. Okay? So it brings you right into the depth, and that's the only way to do it. You have to go in through the door. You know, the door opens, and you go into the depth of the truth. Otherwise, you're going in, you're staying on the surface. You know, you listen to people that are on the surface. You know, in the shadows still. See? Shadows is a religion still. Religion is shadow of the truth. Even St. Paul, he spoke about it. He said, this is a shadow of the truth. Religion. And Jesus was the inside. See, inside. Go ahead, Lolita.
Okay. All glories to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. Jagannath Babaji. Bhakti Vinod Thakur.
So here we got a question too. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it says, who will continue in the disciplic line? What's your answer there, Lolita?
We will. We will, because of our Guru, because he is the follower of Srila Prabhupada. And we are his disciples, so join the club. Just join this club.
Yeah, see, the real followers of Lord Chaitanya were the ecstatic devotees. They got the potency and they cultivate it. You notice, like here, you cultivate it. You just keep. That's the you know. It's such an easy. You know how people study. They study, and it's more difficult, more discipline to learn, right? And that's external. This, you get the potency, and you just chant. You just keep cultivating it. You know, you keep hearing, you keep chanting, and that's how you cultivate this. It's easier and more joy. It's full of joy, like Krishna says. You know, hearing this knowledge is joyfully performed. This devotional service, pure devotional, is joyfully performed. See, now you're on the ecstatic platform. See, and so things become easier and more wonderful, more juicy, more deep. Everything becomes more purified. This goes on and on and on. More love, more devotion. See, now you're on the eternal path, and this goes on forever. It's a deep ocean. You never come to an end.
This spirit is eternal. It's like asking the question, what happens when Jesus has been crucified? Well, this spirit will never die. His disciples, as long as they keep on cultivating. And by the way, you will stay much longer.
Oh, good. Thank you for your benediction.
Oh, God.
And by the way, you know, the also this Jesus, this thing, they show, well, he would died and he resurrected and everything. There's no death for devotees like that. They don't
No,
die. No, there's no death.
no.
This is to show that he's always, you're resurrected in the devote. Feel this every day. I pick up a verse. I'm amazed. I pick up one verse, any book, any Bible book, even some other book. It doesn't matter anymore. Mainly Bible written by devotees or the Vedas. I read one sentence and boom, I'm flying again. See?
Yeah.
Live. It's all live. You got to touch life. See? And that's devotional service. See, how they touch water. They would touch water and then do their mantras. Brahmins, and also even on the warfield, they would touch water, do the rituals, and then they'd be empowered with the power of the arrows and stuff like that. Well, this is touching water. You touch the water is the truth, man. You don't have to touch mundane water. That's all external. The ritual is you touch what is alive. See, these books, these words. The words of devotees have life. You touch that, and you get it. I always felt it with Prabhupada's books. I read his purport. I just touch it. I feel the energy going through my veins. It's life. Touch Jesus. His word. This is how it is for devotees. Now you live on life, not death. People living on death in this world. We live on life. Okay? The words of devotees are life. The words in the scriptures are life for devotees. They're not. See, I'm not into religion. There's a lot of people, the scriptures, it's religion. No. On truth. There's truth in all scriptures. Go ahead there, Lalita.
Yeah. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya. Jaya Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra. Jaya Gaura Bhakti Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya. Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra. Jaya Gaura Bhakti Vrinda. My dearest friend, Lord Gauranga, you are the ocean. You are the ocean of transcendental qualities. All glory is to you. And all glory to Lord Nityananda Prabhu. The Supreme Personality, who is without beginning or end, and after bestowing boons upon Sridhara, Lord Chaitanya, he began to gently sway his head. And he repeated the name, Nada, Nada, Nada. He spoke to Advaita Acharya. Acharya, ask what you need. And the Acharya replied, my prayers, they have already been answered, my Lord. Lord Chaitanya appreciated this answer with a thunderous roar, and he drowned all other sounds. And while Lord Chaitanya was still manifesting his Maha Prakasha Lila in the mood of the omnipotent, supremely, supremely opulent Lord, Gadadhara Pandita. He prepared petals and he offered it to the Lord, who happily accepted. Lord Nityananda's, whose spiritual expansion, Ananta Sesa, is the support of the universe. He now held the umbrella of Lord Chaitanya as a Acharya and other great personage stood before him. I think it must be personalities or something. The Lord ordered Murari. The Lord ordered Murari. Look at me. Murari, he saw. He saw Sri Ramachandra in person. He saw that Vishwamara, Lord Chaitanya, was sitting on a kingly throne with his bow, his complexion as green and fresh, tender shoots of grass. He saw Janaki Devi on his left and Lakshmana on his right. All around, the brave monkey leaders, they were offering prayers. And by the influence of Lord Chaitanya's transcendental pastimes, Murari, now perceiving his identity as Hanuman, and seeing his beloved Ramachandra, he fell down in an ecstatic swoon. Lord Vishwamara, he called out aloud, "Hey, monkey, you seem to forget how the demon Ravana, who stole Sita Devi, how he burnt your face. Enraged, you set ablaze his capital, Sri Lanka, and you destroyed his entire race." I am the same Lord. Your worshipful Lord. Now you are again. Now you are again in my presence. Now you are again in my presence. Rise, rise, Murari. You are so dear to me. As my own life. I am. I am that Lord. The Lord Ramachandra. And you are my Hanuman. Look now upon Lakshmana. Your beloved life and soul. You saved his life by bringing from afar the Gandhamadana mountain of obeisances to the lotus feet of Janaki, Sita Devi, whose distress moved you to, to profuse tears. Lord Chaitanya's words, they brought back they brought back Murari's consciousness. And upon awakening, he saw that wonderful scene. And he began to cry. In Krishna Prem, he began to cry. In Krishna Prem. Murari's is ecstatic crying. His ecstatic cry moved even the lifeless dry wood. What to speak of the assembled Vaishnavas? And again, Chaitanya spoke to Murari. You may ask me for any boon. Sri Murari, he replied, "Oh Lord, I don't yearn for anything. However, grant me just one wish." I sing only of your glories. May I be born in any situation, but birth after birth, birth after birth. I simply pray that I may remember and serve you in the association of your servitors. Oh my Lord. Please do not place me in any situation where I may deviate from the absolute truth, forgetting that you are the Supreme Lord and I am your eternal servant. Wherever you descend, accompanied by your eternal associates, I desire I desire to be there as your insignificant servitor. The Lord replied, "So be it, so be it."
See,
I grant you.
if you don't have that desire to be with the absolute truth, literally, you have to see where is that manifested in this world. See? Otherwise, you deviate from the absolute truth. The absolute truth is shown by its symptoms. Where is the Lord working? That should be the answer. Very to know where, when, and how, and through whom the transcendental potency is working. But real servitor, you'll find your way there somehow in some lifetime. See? Because that's the prayer of these. They want to be around where the Lord is really working. So sometimes he comes here, as a empowered servitor, Shaktivesh avatar, and sometimes he comes here personally as the Lord, like he did Lord Chaitanya, or some incarnation like that. But however he comes, can you recognize that? And if you can, then you're not deviated from absolute truth. People are all deviated from the absolute truth, more or less, in this world. We don't understand where is that potency, because if you're there, okay, now you found where the absolute truth is really working in a strong way, not speculation, no, actually the potency. It's got this style, Satchidananda. See, the eternal form of the Lord is here in the form of a devotee. Okay? His truth is here in the form of the word. See, and the ecstasy is here in the form of the feeling. See, Satchidananda. Where is that in this world? See, that's where the absolute truth is manifested. Otherwise, everything's more or less illusions and lies and speculations and weak. People. This keeps you in prison. See, we're out of prison. See, Satchidananda, being in the Lord and the Lord being in us, we're out of prison, even though we're in the prison house. We're in the world of the prison house, but not of it, just by being like this. See, this is what the Murari is praying. I want to be where you are, in association with your real servitors who have real bhakti, real devotion, real attachment to you, life after life. Okay? Question is, are you like that, or would you like to be? Because here's the place to do that. Here's the place to be a fruit on this Chaitanya tree. Go ahead, Lalita.
Yeah. The Lord replied, so be it, so be it. I grant you this boon.
Okay, it's your turn. Continue on. If you're into it. Are you into it?
I don't think she heard it.
Oh.
I don't think she.
She heard something.
Yeah,
You
but
want
she
to?
doesn't know.
You want to read? She'll read. Okay, she's going to do it. Okay.
Come on. Okay. Lalita, what page are you on?
358.
Whereabouts?
Last piece, last paragraph, or how do you call it?
Lord Chaitanya.
The Lord replied, oh, so be it, so be it, so be it.
Okay. Okay, I have it. Thank you. All glories to my spiritual master, Srila Bhaktivedanta Gora Haridas. My friend and well-wisher, friend of all, awakening the Lord in my heart, giving me the greatest gift, greater than any other gift, the highest of highest knowledge, being my Shiksha Guru, teaching me, showing me, taking me. All glories to your lotus feet, Srila Gora Haridas. All glories to you for being the Acharya of this age and propagating the movement of Prema Sankirtan, taking Prema all over the world. being the live wire of the true Parampara. All glories to you. I hold on tight to your lotus feet, always and forever. I offer my respectful obeisances to His Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Oh, glories to you, Prabhupada, for everything you have brought to everybody all over the world. The movement of Krishna consciousness, you moved it all over the world. Oh, glories to you, Prabhupada. Oh, glories to all the previous acharyas, the line of the parampara, for keeping the movement going all the way down, all the way up to Srila Gaura Hari Das. So I could be so fortunate. So fortunate to have the opportunity to hold on to your lotus feet, to hear from your lotus feet, to hear the words of absolute truth. The Lord emanated to my you have given me what I've been looking for. I didn't know I was looking. Oh, glories to the Prabhupada. Oh, glory to the six Goswami. Oh, glories to you. Oh, glory to Sri Chaitanya, my Lord and Master. Oh, glories to Nityananda Prabhu, to Advaita Acharya. Oh, glories to you, Advaita Acharya. Oh, calling the Lord, sleeping in the milk, sleeping in the milk ocean. You couldn't hear our cries. So Advaita called you and awoken you to go and stand on this earth to save all us. Oh, glories to your lotus. Oh, glories to Gadaha Pandit, Srivas Pandit. Oh, glories to your lotus feet. Oh, glory to all the Lord's intimate devotees. Wherever they are, please show yourself. Please join us. Oh, glories. I offer my respectful obeisance to Srimati Radharani, the personification of pure devotion, the topmost the topmost devotee. Oh, glories to your lotus feet. Thank you for making me your maidservant. Don't ever let me go. Don't let me get lost in this darkness. Don't let me much. I offer my respectful obeisances to the Supreme Personality of God. Oh, glories to your lotus feet. Oh, glories to your lotus. Oh, glories to all the devotees, intimate devotees in the Sangha of Srila Gauranga. Oh, glories to you. Oh, Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra. Oh, glories to all exalted personalities. Please be here with me in this reading of the Chaitanya Bhagavat Machakanda chapter 10. The Lord replied, so be it. So be it. I grant you this boon. Hearing this, a jubilant roar. A jubilant uproar from the devotees filled the air. All the Vaishnava devotees were naturally very affectionately disposed to Mawari, who was always compassionate, compassionate to all living beings. Such was the purity of Mawari's devotion, that merely his presence would transform would transform. Such was the purity of Mawari's devotion, that merely his presence would transform anywhere into a holy place of pilgrimage. As transcendental as Vaikuntha, it is impossible. It is impossible to describe the greatness of Moa. Even the Supreme Lord advanced for the pleasure of war. Even the Supreme Lord advanced for the pleasure of Muari.
You know, that's how it is too. You know, it's just, You need to have the association of real devotees because the Lord advents for their pleasure. Otherwise, they're not happy in this world. Even you guys, look at that. You're already hooked on him, man. The Lord advents into your lives. This ecstatic worship is his advent. Otherwise, there's no event in your life really of any consequence. See, this is the advent, the event of your life. Advent and the event. This is the event everybody's been looking for. Everybody, even though they don't know it, this is the event of all events, the greatest show, the greatest event, the advent of the Lord. And now you know what the pleasure of the Lord is, and everybody, isn't it amazing? Everybody is universally happy that really gets this experience of the advent of the Lord. That shows you everybody, we're all connected to him. It's we're built for that, man, and that's self-realization. If you don't understand that verse there, then you haven't perfected your understanding of the absolute truth. This is the advent of the Lord is so special and so universal, so wonderful. It's what Jesus meant. If I'm lifted up on a pole, I will draw all men unto me, and that's it. See, all men are drawn to the Lord ultimately. Yeah. Go ahead there, River.
Thank you, Lord. Lord Chaitanya then declared, all of you listen carefully. All of you listen carefully. If anyone criticizes Muari, he cannot be saved even by 1 million dips in the Ganga.
See, this is the idea. That's what a true savior is like. That's the style of a true savior being in this world. Because they literally say, if you don't accept them when they're here, you cannot be purified by all your austerities and all your renunciations and all your sadhana program and chanting even 3 lakhs a day. You will not be delivered. Whereas a person who just accepts the devotees and appreciates the devotees will. So you will not until you accept the devotee and accept their presence in the world, because their presence is God's presence in the world. Isn't that what they bring through? Don't they bring the sun brings in the sun, right? The sun brings in the sun. The sun is God, and they're the Son of God. The Son of God. They're the brightness of God in this world. And if you don't acknowledge that brightness when it's here, you don't get out. It doesn't matter how many lakhs you chant. You can check 1 million lakhs of Hare Krishna mantra. But when the sun is here and radiating on this planet, you don't accept them. Or if you go against them, you're not delivered until your mentality is rectified. And that's just how it is. Doesn't matter how big a show you're putting on for the world or for your followers. You're not going into the kingdom, and they're not going either, because when the sun is in this world, man, radiating the sun of truth of Satchidananda, and whoever doesn't accept, if they go against everything, you're not delivered until that fault is rectified. That is the fault, is not to accept the light. You're just accepting the darkness as light. And the Lord tried to clarify it back then, 550 years ago, and we're just following his footsteps, making it even more clear what he was talking about. So that people are not, fooling themselves, thinking, oh, well, I'm going back because I just do the morning program, like Prabhupada said. No, you're going to go back when you're accepting the real devotees that are here to deliver people. See? Otherwise, you're undelivered. You're not delivered yet. There you go. Go ahead, Dara. Just wanted to explain that a little bit.
Beautifully, Maharaj, as always.
You can never get too clear. This is the biggest obstacle for the student community in Vaishnavism, is not accepting that the Lord is here. That's a no-brainer for us. Can you imagine? Here's all this ecstasy of God. It's God's real, true bhakti. not some sahaja baloney that they're thinking about. His real understanding, real knowledge is all here. Everything you need to go back to Godhead is here. All the equipment is here. The Lord has unpacked it, and is continually unpacking what you need to go back into the spiritual world of not just any place, Vrindavan and Mayapur. Is, yeah. So so it's an acceptance thing. Otherwise, people will take more births until they figured it out. And then you have to wait for another devotee to come. And then you have to acknowledge them and come under their shelter, just like, isn't that what the Paul, Peter, John, and all the apostles did? They come under the shelter of a living devotee, proving that they really know God. They're not putting on a show like the Pharisees or these Brahmins or these gurus. You guys are putting on a show bottle. It's just a big show until when deliverer is here in this world, manifestation of the Son of God, this bright Son of God, his ecstasy and his truth in this world. Okay? And then there's, hey man, no more bullshit's gonna cut it, man. Do you accept or not? Can you see where the Lord is working or not? How can you go to where the devotees are with the Lord unless you're purified and can see and recognize them here? That's why he comes here. That's why his devotees come here, right? They come here so that we can become purified and recognize them when we pass from this body. Be qualified and not just be envious. Like even here, you got to go through envy. You notice what? Well, I'll tell you, you don't go through this envious. You gurus out there, all of you, you don't go through your envy of what's going on here. When you die, you're going to be envious of these devotees in the kingdom, and you can't cross over there. You may see it in the distance, and you go, why, Lord, can't I go there? Because you're an envious rascal, and you didn't get purified here in this world when I was here through my real devotees, preaching the real truth and the real ecstasy and what I was really about 550 years ago and 5,000 years ago, and even here as Jesus Christ. You didn't get that teaching. You weren't receptive or open to it. Therefore, sorry, man, you got to take another birth and try to get it right. So you try to remember what you missed out on back then. See, just trying to give everybody another chance, a second chance, and a second chance. Crypto is like that, I noticed. What's really beautiful about this cryptocurrency is you may miss the opportunity. You get another chance, and then you get another chance. More coins come out, and another chance to get rich, and another chance to get rich. That's the beauty of crypto, I tell you. And this is even more beautiful because here you get another chance. Every time a devotee is here, you get another chance. Do you get it? Do you hear this preaching? Jaipataka, Radhanath, do you hear this preaching this time around or not? You understand what's going on here or not? Because you got to do it. You got to catch it in the body, man. That's why the Lord comes here. Because once you pass from the body, you will die in that sin of the false ego. False ego is a sin, man. It puts you naturally against God and God's devotees. That's why they come here, to show you your colors, to show you're actually against the Lord. You don't like to be around where the Lord is. My Lord loves being here.
You've gone, Maharaj.
We can't hear you anymore, Guru Maharaj.
What?
Oh, you're
Your
back.
sound is gone.
Back again? Are we back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's really the birds and the bees. Yeah, I mean, do I have to spell it out? Okay, I spelled it out today. I'll spell it out tomorrow until it gets really clear what's really going on here. Because if it gets clear to even one sannyasi, his followers will be saved because they follow him, even in his bullshit and lies and hypocrisies and all that. And they think they're going to be delivered. I'm sorry, man. Unless you are you bring the Lord here in his ecstatic devotion and in his real solid Thor's hammer truth, you're not delivered and your disciples are not delivered. You're blind leaders leading blind followers. So here's your opportunity. Here's your opportunity to have your eyes pried open. Take the scales off your eyes. Those big religious shots just won't listen. Too much pride, adoration. Yeah. Well, anyway, we give the opportunity. That's what we're here for. Somebody will listen. Even if a disciple listens, love of God, they will convert their gurus. Maybe if they have some good sense. If not, what is the point? What's them? It doesn't. Your austerities. Unless Krishna arises in the heart, austerities are not really useful. All it does is create pride. Better that drunk. You see that drunk? There's Krishna consciousness. Better that drunk in the street yesterday, dancing to the kirtan of a devotee, chanting. Drunk did. And that's the way my Lord worked. He even did it in the past times. That's why he did it again last night. He's more happy with devotees like that, who spontaneously dance to his kirtan. Okay? He did this. These drunks in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, he passed by the bar, and they were dancing. Oh, there's Nimai Pandit. Look at him. We really like to watch him in his dancing. They started to dance around. And he said he was ready to go into that bar there, and he did spiritually to benedict them and embrace them and bring them back to the spiritual world. And he didn't give any mercy. Well, he was always given the mercy, but who could pick it up? These big Brahmins and big sannyasis, and they were giving their Bhagavatam classes. This is all in Chaitanya Bhagavat. I'm just reminding everybody of what happened already. You might have been one of those Bhagavatam reciters, Radhanath or Jaipataka. You're all concerned, just like back then, with your own activities and don't care about the real activities of the Lord going on here right before your eyes and ears. Every day, 365 days a year. You don't even bend an ear over here in this direction. Right here, all over Facebook Live. You don't even care about that. You ain't going back, and neither are your followers, unless they got some good sense to come here and see real devotees with real devotion here, real bhakti, and real truth, man. Have we spelled it out now? Good enough? Probably not. So tomorrow we'll give it another try. Go ahead there, River. Read on.
Okay, I'm just going to start this paragraph. Lord Chaitanya then declared, all of you listen carefully. If anyone criticizes Mawari, he cannot be saved by even 1,000,000 dips in the Ganga.
1,000,000 dips, that's quite a few, isn't it? That's why you don't listen to good sense, you criticize what's going on here. You can't be, this bhakti is the same bhakti that was coming through those devotees 550 years ago, man. And you criticize these devotees here, you will not be purified by 1,000,000 dips in the Ganga. And that's the mercy of the Lord to teach you a big friggin' lesson, man. How easy it could be and how impossible it could be not to be delivered. How easy it is, just come and listen and come and hear the real truth and not the bullshit that these guys are telling you, man. The real truth is what's going to set you free. And this is real truth, man. You can check my words. Check them. Is this not what he's saying in the book or what? Is this not actually explaining more clearly what he's saying in the book? Is this not exemplifying what he's saying in the book? Because what is the point? Here, this real bhakti, the real kingdom of God are these devotees relishing these transcendental mellows, and you don't care about it? How are you going to go to a kingdom where that's all going on all over the place, everywhere? You don't even care about it here, you won't care about it there. Or you'll be envious of those devotees who are relishing transcendental knows simply because you can't accept it here. You've got a human body, man. You have the association very readily being given every friggin' day, man. Have we stopped? Have we missed a day? Do we miss any time during the day? Everybody, even in our Sangha, there's somebody giving class and sharing the glories of what we're doing here, this kind of devotion and this kind of truth, man. Just wiping away all illusions of all these useless paths in this world. And yes, this Vaidhi Bhakti is useless now. There's no use for it now. This is useful. What? Being delivered is very useful, wouldn't you say? Look at that drunk on the street, man, dancing. Man, he's more delivered than these Vaidhis, simply because he accepted and they don't accept. Okay? This is the confidential principle that these gurus don't even know, because they can't act that principle. If we get one of them that listens to some good sense, they will be delivered and so many others will come. Otherwise, they're a block to themselves and a block to anybody who believes in them. Just like you see these people here, the maskers, you hard to convince them that they're doing a stupid thing, man, not wearing that thing, isn't it? You try to tell them, hey, man, you should breathe fresh air like us. Oh, no, we listen to our counselors. No, don't tell us this. No, we won't listen to you. No. This is what you Vaidhis, you gurus are like this, man. No, don't tell us the truth. Don't show us the truth. No. Oh, you're tough nuts, man. Literally nuts. Why? You have to be nuts not to be able to see the real thing here. The real truth, real ecstatic worship, just like it was 550 years ago. This is how it is, the conditioning, the insanity of this world. The Lord comes here to liberate it. His devotees come here to liberate it. Some will listen. Some will see the good sense. This message is for you and for everybody. Yeah. So it's a stumbling block for some, which eventually clears their way. And people rise to life. That's how it is. Jesus said, when the Son of God arises, see, Son of God, Son of God is Krishna in your heart, man. He arises up in here and you feel it, man. You feel that relationship. You encounter the Lord now for the first time. Oh. The Son of Man, Son of God, Son of Krishna arises in your heart. Krishna arises in the heart. See, people will rise to life. Those who are meant to hear this message will feel the life, man. They rise to life. Feel the life of it. And see, peace will rise to condemn it. Condemn that message, right? Don't we get both here? That shows you proof the Lord is working here in strongly. Powerfully. Otherwise, this would not happen. That's what happened when Jesus. That's why he said it. Okay? That's why it always happened with his disciples, his real ones. And that's why it happens here. Same thing. Always the same. That's why it happened with Krishna. People rose to life who believed in him like the Pandavas. And people rose to condemnation like Shishupal and Jarasandha, right? They always the same thing. When God is really here, when his devotees are really here, they carry that Son, that Lord, that Krishna, that Christ in this world. No one else does. No one has that power. And deliverance is in the hands of anybody who comes and begins to listen to them and understand things as they are. See, and get all their illusions out of the way. All the misunderstandings and false paths and blind alleys they've been going down. And ignorance, all kinds of ignorant thoughts and feelings and understandings. Okay, go ahead there.
In fact, the baths in the Ganga, or even the chanting of Lord Harry's names, will certainly destroy a sinful wretch. Muari Gupta. Okay. In fact,
Destroy them. You think that the name will purify you. Well, first it destroys your illusion. See, and it amplifies because you meet the devotee and you chant and you're offensive to them. What do? You stumble. You're stumbling block for them. They stumble. They fall on their face. That's purification, believe it or not. You start to learn. There was a guy, for example, Bhakti Vinod was giving class and he didn't have any neck beads on. He didn't want to put them on until he got initiated. He wasn't initiated, but he was giving Bhagavatam class. And this person who was a sage type, and he was a sage. I mean, he was a very nice devotee and everything, but he went against Bhakti Vinod and said, oh, how dare he give Bhagavatam class? He's not even a devotee. So he couldn't recognize him. The guy got very sick. See? And then he realized, he says, oh, wow, this Bhakti Vinod must see. God gave him the intelligence. See? So then he recognized and he went to Bhakti Vinod and said, I'm sorry, man. I did the wrong thing. See? That's all it takes. He was delivered just to accept a real devotee. You accept that this person knows more than you. This person feels more of a relationship with God than you do. Isn't that what it's all about? Because if you don't feel God, you don't know God very well. It's about feeling. That's why Radharani knows the Lord really well, because she has a deep feeling for him, deep relish of his association. Yeah, go ahead, River, complete that.
in fact, the Supreme Lord is Gupta, secretly seated in Muari's heart. This is the spiritual import of Muari Gupta.
Yeah, you see, he was secretly in Murari's heart, and Murari was kind of a shy devotee. You can see by his thing. He was very shy. Matter of fact, the Lord even chastised him for not preaching enough. Come on, man. The Lord's Gupta secretly. All right, get that Lord out there, man. They were wild, kind of like this. You notice? We get that Lord out. We get him out. Take him for a walk. Walk him, man. He needs exercise. Get him out there, man. Yeah, bust some illusions. Speak some truth. Show some ecstasy. Get him out. Otherwise, he's Gupta, hidden in the heart like the super soul. How can we accomplish our mission if Gaur Haridas doesn't get out there and do a little something? Say a little something. Get him out of there. He's just sitting in the heart watching things. Get him out there. Get him to make him a participant in the show. Take the show out of the bottle, man. Put it out in the world, the stage, man. Put God in action. See, love is a verb, not a noun. He's stuck there in the heart, man, watching like a genie. The genie wants to get out. Rub that lamp, man. Rub that lamp. Get that genie out so he can fulfill some wishes. Get some meaning to the devotees or desire trees, wish fulfilling tree. Hey, man, we get you the wish for this. Man, I wish I was like him. I wish I was like him. There you go. Got the right wishes. We'll give you 3 of them. Okay, I got all 3. Here we go. I wish I was like Lita Ganga. I wish I was like Johan. I wish I was like River. There you go. There. That's all the 3 wishes. Okay, man. Now you ask for everything you could ever ask for, man. There ain't nothing, no other wish you can do. I only need 3 like that. I wish to be like River, Lalita Ganga, and Johan. That's it, man. That's all you have to wish for. I'm wishing that myself, man. I wish I could be like all 3. Could you imagine, Lord, how would we work to be all 3 combined, man? Give me all that power, man. Power, all that bhakti in those three. And then the world is ours. No, we're going to do it this way. We'll put you in separate bodies, and then it's more fun, man. It's more fun to do it together. And we're going to get you a few more bodies with that kind of bhakti in there, too. Freddie going, and then Radhe, and then Shamagori, and Shamasundari, and maybe even that drunk on the street. He'll probably be sitting in that same seat waiting for the kirtan tomorrow night. I better be right there waiting. Where's that guy, man? Get me dancing. It's kind of a sweet time at night. I realize this is a special time to go out there, right there on that bench, and just sit there and chant and dance. Get up there and dance, and just the people walking by, man. It's a big service, man. It's fun, man. It's so nice and chanting. I feel like a star, like those, those singers, they go and they sing, on a stage, man. I feel like that. It's just like singing a song. I never thought I was a singer. I'm not really a singer. I can't even carry a tune, but it feels good. It feels like, man, I'm really doing something, man. I'm really singing for God, even though it's probably coming out like a frog, I really feel like I'm glorifying the Lord, man. A lot of people probably like, that guy can't even carry a tune, man. Yeah. All right. So I think we'll stop here for a bit. It's do for some prescribed duties here. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. It's been fun. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you, Lalita. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Lalita.
Safe
Thank you,
trip.
everybody. Yeah.